McFly is here. G is here. Mel might be making an appearance later.
Guest appearance.
Guest appearance.
Guest spot.
Right. Guest spot for the non-guest.
Well, it's been a fun week, guys. It's always a fun week these days.
Yeah.
I see you have him in your background. I have him in mine too. You can move my chair. Old sad young man he was. Kyrie Irving. What the fuck's up with him? I need to know. I need to know what's up with your boy. That's your boy, Reek. So let me know what's up with him.
I do like Kyrie. Like, I mean, I watched it. Man, it wasn't long, about like 10 minutes, but like, obviously, like it looks like he didn't want to be there, but I'm here so I don't get fined. And then I think they kind of annoyed him in the beginning, because obviously the first question. So what's been wrong with you? What's been up? He's like, you could tell, like, they were family, personal issues, and just leave it at that. Okay, so how do you feel, like, about the COVID thing and you being out partying with your sister? Like, I'm happy to be here. Happy to be here. But then, like, as it went on, he started answering more questions. So it seemed like his biggest issue was he wants to do a lot of social reform and a lot of projects and stuff outside of basketball, but then also still be committed to playing ball. And from what it sounds like he mentioned, like he didn't know how to balance the two. So he said he called for some help, and now he's kind of delegated people that are more experts in those type of things. Like, he'll back them, I guess, and they'll do more of the outside stuff so he can focus on playing, because he also understands how important it is that he actually plays basketball and how much that helps with what he's trying to do also. So, it was interesting to see, but I can tell, like, he doesn't really like the media too much. And I think, he hasn't really gotten used to all the attention that he's been getting and the criticism and the, ridicule and all that stuff. So
he hasn't got used to it.
No, because the thing is, like,
how long it take?
Because the thing is different. Because I mentioned it, like, before we came on, I mentioned that before he left LeBron, he didn't get that much attention. Like, they weren't criticizing his every move. They weren't sitting there bashing him for everything he did. He kind of flew on. He's like a normal NBA player as far as media, right? After he leaves, you can't sit there and say they haven't criticized literally everything he's done.
Reek, how long does it take?
It take, like, you keep saying, like, okay, it's normal, then it's abnormal.
Even if what, like, you're saying is true, right? Take that for a second. Let's say you're right. He left LeBron how many years ago now? But I mean, we're going on 3-4 years now. Let's see. He left. We had the 2 years in Boston, technically, right? He had a year in with the Nets. This is his second year with the Nets. So it's been going on 4 years.
4 years of them dogging him.
Right. But doesn't mean it's something that
I was with you until you said he's not used to it. What?
No, because, like, I think it's gotten higher each year. Like, it's like, I think it's gotten higher each year. First year in Boston, it was like, okay, they was kind of on him.
No. When he first left LeBron, the greatest of all time, why would you want to do that? He's the greatest.
They were on him.
The man pisses excellence. Why would you leave that? You stupid. You're not really a Batman. You a Robin, you little bitch. Are you serious? That was the media for a year straight. Then it was you gonna leave Boston? You gonna leave Boston? You gonna leave Boston? Are you not? Or you are? Are you an asshole? I hate you. You stupid. You a bird by backwards. That's what he has had for the last 3+ years. He still is too much. Too much.
He hasn't gotten used to it. Then on top of it, now he's in New York.
No, he's
Doc told me he wasn't in New York. Yeah, I told me he wasn't in New York.
But
like it's still New York.
It's not Boston. It's not Cleveland.
It ain't Boston. It ain't Cleveland.
Fine. I think if I'm KD, that's your boy. I may be like, yo, could you move him? I may be at that point.
No, if I'm KD, I'm like, thank God we got Harden.
Well, that too. But I don't.
He's supposed to play tomorrow.
Talent-wise, Kyrie's a top 5 guard. I don't think anyone would question that. At least, I mean, offensively, he's a top 5 guard. Mentally, he's like a bottom 5 player. Like, of all the players, he just mentally, I don't know what's up with him. He's just not, and it's not that he's not smart, because I don't believe that. And not that he's not genuine, I don't believe that. It's just, if you still have issues dealing with the spotlight or with media questions, you went to Duke, you're the first overall pick, you played with LeBron for years, you left LeBron and got ridiculed for years. If that hasn't prepared you to deal with media questions, I understand if he just said, you know what, I'm dealing with a lot as far as like a lot of the social shit that's been going on. I get it's draining, but dude, you just didn't show up for work and then getting mad when somebody asks you about it, which is why it's weird that him or Katie would come to New York because they don't want to answer questions with the media. You want to come here and I answer questions? I mean, you still a little brother in town, but you still in the town. Like you're gonna get, not as much questions, but you're gonna get questions. I mean, I don't understand. Like, how do you come here and think, I just want to play basketball? Then go home to your backyard and play basketball. If that's all you want to do, then fine. Get back all the money, get back all the adoration, get back all of the celebrity, and go play basketball. If that's all you want to do, but it's not. And that's okay, but be prepared for what that juggling means. And how are you like, I can't deal? You can't deal? You can't deal with the media?
I agree with what you're saying, but from what I got from what he was saying, it just reached a point where he just felt overwhelmed and he needed a break.
Now, so you, out of all people, we have an old school mentality. Fuck you mean he can't?
Listen, my whole thing is if LeBron could take 2 weeks off and trade half his team for the same reasons, why can't he?
Because he ain't lie about it.
He's not LeBron, number one. No matter what LeBron does, he's okay to do it. I mean, LeBron can walk up right now and shoot somebody broad daylight. He probably deserved it. It was the greatest shot I've ever seen from a player ever. Like, that's what'll happen. That's what it is. He can walk up like your boy, in American Gangster. Bow off man broad day. They're gonna be like, LeBron James, the greatest. That's what's gonna happen. Kyrie don't get that type of advantage. He don't get that type of leeway. He just don't. So you can't. LeBron did it. That's not only LeBron can do LeBron things.
My thing is, he watched somebody do it before him.
The media wants him to be somebody he's clearly not. He's not of this world. He wants to be something else.
He's not of this world.
He wants to be some free spirit doing something else. Very clear.
The whole thing is, like, he wants to hoop. He said, like,
does he? Because he did it.
Yeah, he wants to hoop.
He loves the opportunity to hoop. He didn't hoop.
He loved to hoop. He took 2 weeks off. You act like he took 2 months off. He's been off 2 weeks.
Well, the season started a month ago.
Leave your job. Leave your job right now, and then don't tell nobody till you get back.
He did not take a month off.
He took 2 weeks. No, he took 2 weeks off with a month into the season. A month into the season, he said, "I don't want to play for 2 weeks." What?
Listen, it's simple. It's 1 week off, and then you got to take a week off for COVID.
Because you went out partying with your sister in a not safe fashion. So you took off 2 weeks.
Is that any different from what James Harden did?
No, he was vilified for it, and they traded his ass.
Yeah,
that's my point.
But the whole thing is, I'm not trading Kyrie because he took a couple weeks off. I'm just not.
No, I don't think you trade Kyrie because of that. No, not that alone. I don't think G said it perfect. Mentally, he not of this world. He's somewhere else. That's why
the thing is with Kyrie is like, look at Kyrie and KD similar on how they handle things. On the court, they're fine. Like, I'm not worried about him on the court. If he's playing, he's playing. And it sounded like, yo, I'm here. I got people that can help me now. They took stuff off my plate. Those are his words. They took stuff off my plate so I can focus on playing ball. So
on your plate that you couldn't, that's what I don't understand.
He needs a publisher because whatever he's saying, he just needs somebody to clean it up for him. Because I know what he's saying and it makes sense, but he's not a good medium for that information to come out.
And also,
because to me, it sounds like he's trying to do a number of projects. And he likes to be more, like, it seemed like he liked to be hands-on with the social reform stuff. And he can't do that and play ball, and he didn't know how to balance both of them.
But more importantly than that, why would he think it's best that he is hands-on? Like, what expertise does he have in building or running an organization? Even if he thinks he should.
And that's what he mentioned. He said, he said when he reached out for help, and he said, his mentor, he talked to his mentors, talked to some other people that have more expertise on those things, and he's going to let them handle it so he can focus on playing ball.
But that's my whole thing with Kyrie. Why didn't you start there? Why do you have to get to a point where you can't handle it, take 2 weeks off from work, go party with your sister and expose yourself to COVID, and then thus expose everybody around you to COVID, and then when you get ridiculed for it, think you actually probably do something different? Kyrie jumps into something without knowing what he's getting into. And that's why I would be concerned if I'm trying to win a championship and I know my window is 2 years. We got 2 years to make this work. And you already messing up this early. I'm just saying.
If you're James Harden, you have 2 years to make this work. He already got a championship.
I mean, yeah, it was the bronze ring, though. And he'll always have to carry that on.
He made the shot.
It's the bronze ring. I don't like saying this. It pains me to say this. It's the bronze ring.
He made the shot. So he can say, like, and
no
they'll say the same thing.
No one remembers
the same thing. Oh, it's KD's ring. Like, they'll say the same thing. These are the same people. The people that say are the same people that said Steph has to solidify his legacy this year by getting to the playoffs.
I'm not even gonna touch that. I'm not even gonna touch that.
I just think he's the greatest shooter of all time, probably.
Right, 3 championships already. He hasn't solidified it yet because he hasn't gotten a terrible team to the playoffs.
The hate on that man is ridiculous. Kyrie needs to get traded, I think. I stand by that. Well, I want to see him get traded. I would say I'm watching him very closely because I don't know where he's at mentally. And you're right. On the court, he is similar to KD. On the court, killer. Off the court, he's a little whiny bitch. This is what it is. This is who he is. That's who he's been since he started talking. It's just, but like, I don't want to talk about it. Then why'd you do it? Like, why'd you do it? Like, the one thing about Beast Mode I can give him credit for, because he started the whole I'm just here so I don't get fined. He wasn't out doing wild shit and then being like, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it.
I think it started with Sheed Wallace. Both teams played hard.
Yeah.
Teams played hard.
Yeah.
I'm on Rashid's side 100%.
Both teams played hard.
I damn think, if you do, damn if you don't.
I mean, Kyrie takes that to an extreme though. Look at how he was in the press conference. He like a mad kid. Like, sit up. Like, you an adult. Like, what's wrong with you?
He looked like he did on that Zoom call.
Like, you can't that body thing. If you don't understand how stupid you look to everybody else, like, I'm just saying.
They work an atypical job, so like I can't say I understand because I don't work that job, but you must imagine there's some type of protocol there's some type of something that you have to follow, right? Like, you signed this contract, you make all this money. I'm sure you have to do certain things. Just be ready for it. Like, how hard is it? I don't know like what he said to the team, but like according to the media, it's almost like he just got up and was like, deuces. I'll see y'all in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
I don't know when you're supposed to do that.
So come playoff time, sister has some shit going on. Yeah, I can't play right now, guys. What makes you think he ain't gonna do that shit? You just don't know.
But the thing is, where do you draw the line? Because you look at
you leaving for 2 fucking weeks and not balling. Like, that's where I draw the line.
Use that type of example, like in the playoffs. Isaiah Thomas decided to play when his sister got killed. And how'd that work out for him?
Didn't he ball out that game? What did he have a bad game? I
He
forget.
He ended up messing up his hip that playoffs, and he didn't get paid.
I mean, I'm not. Well, in that sense, I mean, he first off, one of the most fucked over dudes in recent memory in sports was that dude because he gave Boston everything and they gave him nothing back. But that's also why I don't think anybody should go play for Boston. Period. Just put it out there. Not because I'm a Knicks fan. Why would you go play for Boston? I mean, do you know the stories of Bill Russell? Why would you go play there ever? Like fuck them. But okay. But he got screwed over. Yeah, sure. But that's not Kyrie though. He's paid, well paid, for the next couple of years. So it's not necessarily the same situation. But my thing is, you don't know when he's gonna decide. I don't want to do this.
I don't think
that has to scare the shit out of you. If you're the Nets, he just may be like, yo, one day, like
I don't
it's the
think
beginning of the season though.
Yeah.
So what?
It's the beginning of the season, so I don't really care.
Yeah, that's why I didn't put that much stock in it because it's January.
It's the beginning of the season.
Missed more games than him.
Right.
Kawhi will, but you'll know he's completely healthy and he'll be ready for the playoffs.
Will he?
I mean, yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
he wasn't ready last year.
Yeah, I was gonna say it ain't work last year.
It was news that Kawhi played a back-to-back, like his first back-to-back in like 4 years.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's better. I'm just saying I think I trust his ability to be ready more than Kyrie's. At this point, it may be close, but it's at this point I'm going to take him over.
Like Kyrie. Next time, Kyrie should just do what other players do and just fake an injury.
Yeah, I think that would have been better. Just man, my knee hurt. All right, cool. Be out for 2 weeks. Knee hurt. At least that way, there's no. And that's what I'm talking about. Like I don't think he's dumb, but he doesn't think things through. If you're thinking this is how you feel, oh man, start limping. My knee hurt. I gotta sit down for a week.
Yeah, because he's one of those like he's a free spirit, and he one of those like my knee doesn't hurt. You know that would be a lie, and I don't want to lie to you guys. So
all he had to do was lie. Nobody would even be talking about this.
Yeah. No one would care. No one would care.
He could have he could have took 2 weeks and like my knee hurt, and he would have been fine. But
like I said, I think you can't trade him yet. It's early. That's fine. But if I'm the Nets, I'm terrified.
This is not enough reason to trade him. I don't know.
Right.
If I'm terrified.
Not enough to trade him, but I'm saying.
I don't know if I'm terrified. I think I think we all know this is blown out of proportion. I think we all know people have it out for Kyrie because, like, why are there reports that he might not play for the rest of the season? Like,
and he was talking like I love to hoop like that was crazy to even like think of that. Like I would hoop for the rest of the season.
I don't think he's that gone. He's not like Ricky Williams gone. Like
or Barry Sanders.
I don't think. Well, no, he's not. He's not high every day. I don't think he's that. But he different. And I'm concerned about somebody being that different because I don't know what he's going to do. Because again, you have to look at it from the media perspective. He left LeBron. He said, I don't want to be here. That to people outside of like us, maybe I watch basketball a little bit more, is crazy talk. He then followed it up by the earth is flat. Trying to tell y'all. Like, this is who Kyrie has shown over the years he is. So he terrifies the establishment because they're just like, he may be Ricky Williams.
But he's
give
also
him a couple of months.
Not afraid to recant dumb stuff. Which
he's recanted dumb stuff.
But at the moment, what does it cost you if you decide I don't want to play for social injustice for like 2 weeks and it's the playoffs, right? You may go back and be like, that was dumb, guys. But if we lost a damn series, it don't matter. We've already lost. You can't go refix that shit. I'm just saying
he's not the first.
Yeah, you probably say the same thing. You already know.
Rodman went and wrestled in the middle of the finals.
Yeah,
he's not the first. I'm not saying he's the first, but Rodman was also like the fourth most important player on those teams, maybe third. Like he didn't have the score.
And according to the media, Kyrie is the third most important player on this team.
I think he has.
I think he's more like because when you look at that roster, like after those three, you're like, what is this? That's why I wouldn't trade Kyrie.
No, well, maybe you trade him and get some pieces.
I don't know what you get for. That wouldn't trade. Like you have three.
I'm not saying I want
to
to trade him or I want to trade him. I'm just saying you may have. I'm just saying you got to be concerned. You should be concerned if you're Brooklyn because he different. He just different. I'm not. Do I think he's going to implode? No, but he is different, and you got to worry about somebody that's so off the beaten path because who knows? Like you talk about Rodman, they were worried about the motherfucker. They were concerned about him every game.
I just don't think it's a problem. I think I don't know how Nash is as a coach, but he seems just as free spirited to just be cool with it. I think
he's not gonna be over.
Yeah,
I think
they're
like Phil
just,
Jackson.
Right. They're just getting it blown out of proportion.
They call Phil a hippie. So
that's what Kyrie is to me. He's a hippie. Like he's a
black hippie.
He's a free spirit, man.
Free spirit, black hippie. Like he ain't like Rodman who's gonna go like I need time off to go to Vegas and get on a coke bench with Carmen Electra. He's
not that. Like I said, and I don't even think he's not even like his motivations don't even seem malicious. I just think his
binges is like I'm gonna go buy George Floyd slam me a house. Like that's a dope binge to go on.
Yeah, not he's again. I think he's more genuine than LeBron about that shit. I'm saying right now, he's a lot more genuine than LeBron, even though LeBron clearly says all the right things. But
I don't doubt that LeBron wouldn't do the thing, but he's clearly doing it for a reason.
I know.
With Kyrie just kind of trying to be helpful.
LeBron's like, "Where's the camera?" I love the George Floyd family.
Kyrie doesn't even like all the stuff that comes out. Kyrie never even mentioned it. Like somebody else always ended up reporting it.
I mean,
like a month later.
and that's a sign that he's legit. He's like I said, I don't think he's a bad dude. I just think teams want uniformity. They want fall in line. They want the good soldier. Every team, every organization, essentially, basketball less than most, right? Because football, you just a soldier. Do what I say or get out. Like basketball, you can be more of a free spirit. They let you explore those things a little bit more. But teams in general want you to be just fall in line. To an extent, fall in line. Kyrie don't do that shit. So that's if you're a team, you kind of like, all right, we'll see how this goes.